Hey, Brian from Garage Mahal. Today I am going to be trying out CRC's Evapo-Rust heavy duty rust remover, and I got this lat machine that obviously has some serious rust on it, so we are going to try to save that. The top portion doesn't look too bad. It was in someone's basement, so you know, all that humidity sitting on the ground. So we're basically going to disassemble the bigger piece. Actually, I'm probably going to disassemble the whole thing, and then we'll spray this using a spray gun, and then we'll probably do 2 coats or 2 treatments of this and see how it goes, but kind of give you a close-up so you'll see what it does. Alright, so I just got done pouring the Evapo-Rust into the sprayer. So it's pretty full. And let's go down to some of the worst pieces. Spray that down pretty good. Let me get a little better of a mist on that. Spray that side. We had some pretty bad rust sitting here. So I'll just make this piece. And there's some bad spots right here. We would spray that chain down a little bit. Okay, so let's let that sit for a few hours and see what that does. So again, we'll just give that another pretty good coating. And then this, so I had some, obviously I can't get a grinder in there to get any of that rust, so I had sprayed that down. And then same thing, I'll spray it down the tube to help neutralize any rust in there. You can kind of see it pouring out already. And then kind of like re-silking it, revitalizing it. So this area that you'd have difficulty getting a grinder in, you can see how it's kind of already getting to work in there as well. So, and I know the lighting is not the greatest. That's a tough angle to kind of get into, but yeah. And this was that chain that had some really bad oxidation on that as well. So we'll just give that a quick another spray. And then we'll just start wiping those links down. And you can see how that rust is basically being neutralized and it's kind of like coming off, and you can see right down to the metal again. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So again, this chain is something I probably obviously won't spray paint. So this is important to definitely get the rust, 1, neutralized, and 2, cleaned up off of it, so it kind of returns back to its original state. But you can already see how much cleaner and brighter that. Okay, so the rust is basically, except for the inside of that tube, the rust is basically gone. I did some light sanding just to kind of make everything a little on a symmetrical side, but you can tell that all that really rough rust we'll go over here, is gone. So this one looks like this piece was probably sitting in water. So as far as I was sanding it, I kept getting, you know, some more underlining rust. I could probably retreat it, but at this point, I'm gonna basically use some rust reformer by Rust-Oleum, and then I'm gonna clean everything down with some alcohol, and then spray it, and then we go from there. And I'll show you the progress and how it looks. Okay, so that is the lap machine fully painted. And like I said, the really bad rust areas you cannot even see after it's been spray painted. And gave it some yellow accents. And then remember, this side was super bad. And it's got some dust and dirt on it, but other than that, it came out really nice. And a really cool project. Anyway, Brian from Garage Mahal. Thanks for watching, and be safe out there.